Hey everyone, and welcome to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at WARA 1320 AM. I am Catherine Conley, aka KC, with Lucy Cabral, Justin Ferreira, aka the Sportsmaster, and Dominic Damiano is out in the waiting room, something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of running the stream right now.
Yeah,
so
he's running
when
the
he
stream.
comes in, I'll go out and play paparazzi. So.
And we have Joe DeVerns, and then we have our beat writer Tom Joyce in the studio. And we are just talking about Freeform Saturday.
Sounds good.
High school football coming up this year.
Excellent. All right. So who wants to take it away?
Happy to.
Ah!
Tom.
So high school football practice for the MIA, Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, started yesterday. And I know this time of year it's not really full contact going on. You have a lot of just people with uppers teaching the form and all that. And I played football at Marshfield High. And actually on my way here, I trekked across the state from the coast to, where Rhode Island is basically. But, I went by a high school, and I'll tell you, I miss it. I graduated in 2015, so it's been 7 years since I played high school football. I miss it every day still.
You played for who? Marshfield?
Marshfield, yes.
No
we
kidding.
won the state championship
wow.
my senior year. I long snapped, and we went 12-1. And in the state championship game, we played Longmeadow. We won 45-6, but it was 39-0 at halftime. So it wasn't really the most competitive game we played all season. In fact, it may have been the least competitive. That's the most we scored in a half that whole season. Whereas teams, unfortunately, you had great teams like King Philip and Duxbury and that played competitive football games against us that didn't have that same opportunity. Most of the other teams we played the games weren't really that close, but I'll give Duxbury and King Philip, two incredible football programs, some credit there.
And what position did you play?
I long snapped on varsity and was on the second offense for guard. And then when I was younger, I also played some defense, defensive line, and linebacker, not on varsity. And in 8th grade, I got the ball once. I tried a 2-point conversion. I didn't get it, though.
Ah.
39-0, that's probably like the biggest scores that I've ever heard ever since halftime.
Oh, absolutely, because, that would have put the game on pace for 78-0 if we kept the foot on the pedal. But.
Oh, wow. I went to a high school football game for North Attleboro, and they played against King Philip that night.
Well, that's a good matchup.
Yeah, and they got killed by King Philip. I think it was 33-0.
Sure, yeah. King Philip's a phenomenal football program. They do a great job. From when I've seen them play, they do a lot of I formation. They have oftentimes very big guys on the line, and that was the hardest team we played my senior year. And the year before that, they absolutely dominated us. They killed us. It wasn't that high scoring of a game. I think it was 20-7 in 2013, but they were getting 6-7 yards of carry every single play.
Oh, wow.
I feel like King Philip's always been a pretty big football team. They're always a lot larger than the other teams. But you said the 39-0 at halftime was that championship game, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what team you played in that game?
Yeah, we played Longmeadow. Some of these teams out in Western Mass aren't, not any disrespect. They don't play the same quality of competition that a lot of these Eastern Mass teams play. And unfortunately, the day that I won at Gillette, you had a few games that were absolute blowouts that were Eastern Mass versus Western Mass. Cohasset beat Littleton, I think, 33-6 or something like that. And the other one was Attleboro played Northbridge, and I think the score was pretty similar. It might have been 35-8 or something like that. And then, all the takeaways from Gillette are like, maybe we have to change this whole system now because this just isn't working. And there had been, unfortunately, quite a few games like that. And beforehand, the playoff format's changed a little bit since, but this was at the time when they decided, let's have state championship games instead of EMAS and WMAS Super Bowls and all that. But there's upsides and downsides. Having true state championships in the state is a good thing, but by the same token, some of these Eastern Mass championship games were far more competitive. You might have a great North Shore team playing a great South Shore team, and just the quality competition is a little better sometimes. And even Not to be biased, but I think even you might get some of the best quality matchups of just two South Shore teams going at it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I honestly never realized before how all the championships in between divisions make it so it's East versus East and then West versus West before the final East versus West matchup.
Absolutely, yeah, like the semifinal games. And I remember we played at where did we play? We played at Campanelli. Not Campanelli. That's the baseball field. Marciano.
Marciano. There you go.
But it was it was just remember some of those playoff games. All I remember was really cold.
Yeah.
How cold was it, do you know?
So when I played at King Philip in the South Sectional game my senior year, there was snow on the ground at my house. I was practicing long snapping in the snow in my front yard a few hours before the game, anticipating that there might be snow on the ground at the field at King Philip, because King Philip is a grass field, but when it gets cold out and towards the end of the season, you're not playing on a grass field, you're playing on a dirt field. So you're playing on frozen dirt that whole football game. It's not. They have a turf field now, and I know a lot of these schools have changed to turf, and that makes it, honestly, it makes the game a little less unique, because I think in the 2010s we really started to see the major transition to it. Marshfield last season on grass was 2011, but there's upsides and downsides to having that. There was divots in the field at the old Marshfield High. It's a little dangerous, but at the same time, we knew where the divots were. The other people on the other teams didn't. That adds to the home field advantage a little bit.
Yeah, you just mentioned home field's advantage. I was about to bring that up. You were talking about how like the ground's always shifting when it's a grass field, going with the weather. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. How that would affect no home field advantage when it's a turf field.
Oh, absolutely. All these turf fields, as we see, a lot of these new schools, in fact, are built by the same developers. So therefore, they're using the same contractors to build the football fields, and that's why you have places like Marshfield and East Bridgewater. The schools look identical, the football fields look identical, and it takes a little away, but in some ways, I guess maybe less injuries. But then at the same time, there's the argument of whether or not playing on grass or turf is safer.
Yeah, no, because people do argue about turf toe and injuries like that, like wondering if that really is making it any safer than grass.
Absolutely. What I saw when I was a sophomore in high school, we played against Whitman Hanson as a turf field. I got some really bad turf burn. Someone, I didn't know what I was doing playing special teams. It was JP, I didn't play special teams when I was an 8th grade or a freshman. Put me out on kickoff. Someone just blocked me in the back, basically, and my whole arm up and down was just like burning. It was burning like hell. It was terrible, but I was still able to play. It just wrapped it up, but I feel like sometimes when the trainer actually wraps your arm, it makes it worse because it's tight and uncomfortable. But so like eventually I just had to rip it all off, but I was able to keep playing, which is good.
Yeah, no, I feel like turf burn always reminds me of like rug burn when you drag your arm really hard against the rug.
That really is probably the closest thing you could get to it, because again, it's an artificial surface.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, it's like a lot different. Like when you do play field hockey, there's like a difference between like playing on grass and playing on turf. And like when you play on grass, like the ball moves like a little bit slower, but when you play on turf, it's a lot faster. You just gotta like run for it.
It's the same thing with baseball fields. I mean, we see it, places like the Tropicana Field and the Rogers Center, Tampa Bay Rays and Toronto Blue Jays home facilities. The ball moves differently, and the way the infield acts is differently, and it's a little bit of an adjustment for fielders, like a lot of different baseball stadiums. Obviously, I think the biggest thing we know of in terms of differences of baseball stadiums or baseball fields around here is Fenway Park. You have to play the Green Monster if you're playing left field at Fenway.
Yeah, no, I feel like almost every sport now is just switching to mostly turf. Like I kind of was thinking about it. Soccer used to be grass fields, that's turf now. Football used to be grass fields, it's also turf now. Field hockey, lacrosse, just it goes on and on.
And you know what's interesting about that too is that there was turf in the 70s, early 80s. The quality of it was terrible. They've gotten it. I know people used to get hurt really bad on it, and turf toe used to be a much worse phenomenon, and it still does happen. I actually got turf toe once. It was not from playing football. It was actually from playing Wii Sports, and I got mad and I kicked something, and I got turf toe. But, so I never actually got it playing football, but I have gotten turf toe. It is not fun. It makes it hard to walk, and but No, to your point, it's becoming more mass produced, and I think it's becoming less expensive. And there's obvious upsides. Maintaining turf is a lot easier. I know the pellets make a mess. The pellets are annoying, and when you have little kids on a turf field, they'll be on the sidelines. They'll be picking the pellets because it's ground up tires, and they think it's really cool. But I think ultimately in the long term, you don't have to mow the lawn every few days, and also you actually have a field. 2 months into the season, it's not just a patch of dirt.
Yeah, no, and maintaining its like actual grass on top during the whole season is definitely one of the upsides. But you did bring up the uniqueness factor earlier, and that's something we should talk about for sure. About it kind of takes away like the home field advantage and uniqueness of each stadium, really.
Yes, absolutely. And there's people who may argue that maybe a football field should be uniform, and there are people who would probably like to see the same thing in baseball. I think there's definitely I kind of like having a unique field to be able to play at home and have a little bit of an advantage, especially if you have a good team, because you have home field advantage in the playoffs, so that makes it even better for you.
Yeah, no, I think having the variety instead, just cookie cutter outsets, really of how a field should be made, definitely is the way to go.
Absolutely, I think so. Just from my own experience, I've been to during high school is when we started to see the transition to a lot of these fields. So one field I played at that was really unique was when we played down in Falmouth, the Falmouth Clippers. We also played at the same venue that the Falmouth Commodores play the Cape Cod Baseball League games. It was a football field and it was a baseball field, like the end zone on one of the sides. I didn't have to long snap from the infield, but the end of the end zone had dirt in it because it was a baseball infield.
A little different.
I think Rockland, if you go to Rockland's, literally the same thing is you have a pretty nice baseball field there that the high school and the Cranberry League team play at, and then you have the football field, and it's all the same. So it's good. You actually have seats at a high school baseball facility for once. Normally there's no place to sit. You have to bring your own, or you just have to stand for 2 hours.
Right. Well, it's almost like professional games. I remember going to McAfee Stadium, and it's a football field, and it's also a baseball diamond. I'm like, oh, it's kind of weird. In California.
Those kind of seem a little silly.
So how was it to watch a game there? Because I know that can make it a little different in terms of like the spectator experience.
To watch a game there, it's confusing. For me, it was confusing only because, we were in the bleachers up top a little bit. Our seats were, sort of in the middle, and it was a long time ago. So it was before the major earthquakes that happened there, Oakland, in that area. And I was out there for work doing a photo shoot, and every time we go across country and I bring my camera crew with me, we would hit a stadium or see a ball game or something to do with sports.
So were you at a baseball game there? Or?
We were at a baseball game there. Nice. And it was different. It was definitely different because all the lines, and you're trying to figure out, okay, this is a baseball game. So why are there like, you can see the lines, the yardages, the whole thing. And I'm like, it's a little confusing.
Because the local government's trying to save money because they want to use, for some reason, they think that they should use public funding to build stadiums, which is a whole different debate for another day. But at the same time, they decide, well, what if we have two teams here? Then we get more bang for our buck. But then there's a lot of downsides to that. And I think the thing that's interesting with the baseball fields is when you have a football field and a baseball field together for when it's pro dimensions is that you get a lot more foul territory than you would at other stadiums.
For sure.
And, that's
for sure
favorable to the pitchers, whereas Fenway, there's literally no foul territory at all.
Yeah, so we're going to take our first break. You're listening to WARA 1320 AM, WARA 4 Deep Sports Talk. We will be right back after these messages.
We gotta.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM, WARA. We have Dominic Damiano now in studio.
Lucky you. Can I steal that for a minute?
Yeah,
Thank you.
so should we get on to the schedules, the football schedules?
Yeah, Justin's going to start us off.
Yep.
Alright, so let me just cue the music.
Okay.
Just come down a little bit. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. So here's the 2021 high school MIAA football schedule on week 1. East Bridgewater Vikings on 9-10 at West Bridgewater at 7 p.m. Middleborough Citrus at 9-10 at Apponequet at 7 p.m. Hanson Panthers at 9-10 at Hanover at 7 p.m. Norwell Clippers on 9-10 at Mashpee at 7 p.m. Pembroke Titans on 9-10 at 6 p.m. Marshfield Rams on 9-10 at St. John's Prep at 7 p.m. Silver Lake Lakers on 9-10 at Plymouth South at 7 p.m. Duxbury Dragons on 9-10 at Bridgewater Raynham at 7 p.m. Hingham Harbormen on 9-10 at Braintree at 7 p.m. Plymouth North Blue Eagles on 9-10 at Falmouth at 7 p.m. Taunton Tigers on 9-10 at New Bedford at 7 p.m. Attleboro Blue Bombardiers on 9-10 at Durfee at 7 p.m. North Attleboro Red Rocketeers on 9-10 at Bishop Feeham at 7 p.m. Sutton Black Knights on 9-10 at Norwood at 7 p.m. Foxborough Warriors on 9-10 at Milford at 7 p.m. Quincy Presidents on 9-10 at Archbishop Williams at 7 p.m. Scituate Sailors on 9-10 at Milton at 7 p.m. Norton Lancers on 9-10 at Sharon at 7 p.m. Hull Pirates at 9-10 at Blue Hills at 6 p.m. Canton Bulldogs on 9-10 at Dayton Rehoboth at 7 p.m. Brockton Boxers on 9-10 at Barnstable at 7 p.m. Somerset Brick Roars on 9-10 at Plymouth, Rhode Island at 7 p.m. Franklin Panthers on 9-10 at Wedgeshua at 7 p.m. South Shore Folk Vikings on 9 p.m. at Nashville Valley Tech at 7 p.m. Old Colony Cougars on 9-10 at Bristol Plymouth at 7 p.m. Tri-County Cougars on 9-18 at South Shore Folk at 1 p.m. Bellingham Blackhawks on 9-10 at Blackstone Millville at 7 p.m. and Westwood Wolverines at 9-10 at Denham at 7 p.m. And now Joe's going to take over.
There we go. Okay, the Medfield Warriors will be taking on Medway at Medway on September 10th at 6 p.m. Hopkins Hillers will be taking on the Wayland. I'll take on Wayland on September 10th at 6 p.m. Holliston Panthers will be taking on Old Rochester at home on September 10th at 7 p.m. Ashland Clockers will be taking on the Greater Lowell Tech at home on September 10th at 7 p.m. Dover Shoreborn Raiders will be at Weston at 7 p.m. on September 10th. Wellesley Raiders on September 10th at Longmeadow at 7 p.m. Zavarian Hawks will be taking on Everett at 7 p.m. on September 10th. Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins will be at Nantucket at 2 p.m. on September 11th. Abington Green Wave will be taking on Cohasset at 7 p.m. on September 10th. Then the Seekonk Warriors will be taking on Martha's Vineyard at 6 p.m. September 10th. Monomoy Sharks will be taking on Cape Cod Tech at 6 p.m. September 10th. Greater New Bedford Vogue Bears will be taking on Southeastern at 7 p.m. on September 10th. Continuing on September 10th, King Philip Warriors will be taking on BC High at 7 p.m. North Quincy Raiders will will be taking on Somerville at 6 p.m. on September 10th. Cardinal Spellman Cardinals will be at St. Mary's Lynn at 5 p.m. on September 10th. St. John II Lions on September 10th at Wareham at 6:30 p.m. The Sandwich Blue Knights on September 10th taking against Fairhaven at home at 6 p.m. The Demon Bengals on September 10th will be taking on Case at 6:30 p.m. Oliver Ames Tigers will be taking on Brookline at home at 7 p.m. on September 10th. The West Bridgewater Wildcats, September 10th again, going against East Bridgewater at 7 p.m. Randolph Blue Devils will be at Triton on September 10th. Mashpee Falcons on September 10th will be taking on Norwell at 7 p.m. Catholic Memorial Knights on September 11th will be taking on Capital Prep at 1 p.m. Atlantis Charter Tritons will be taking on Carver at 7 p.m. on September 10th. Weymouth Wildcats will be at Malden on September 10th. Dartmouth Indians on September 10th will be taking on Bishop Stang at 7 p.m. Rockland Bulldogs on September 10th will be taking on Cumberland, Rhode Island at 7 p.m. Upper Cape Cod Tech Rams on September 11th will be taking on Bourne at 12 p.m. at home. And finally, we have the Newton North Tigers on September 11th taking on Waltham at 1 p.m.
Oh, all right. So.
What did you think of that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked like you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, my mind just went blank.
No, it's all right.
We gotta thank Adam Sheehan for setting us
Oh
up
yeah,
with all
Adam.
that.
Can you
too.
turn me down?
was
Can you turn me
quite
down a
bit.
little bit? I got a big mouth. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Adam did a great job. I want to definitely shout out to Adam Sheen. He loves helping out, and he did all of these. So I think what we'll do for now, we'll do like every week. So when I just get up my fat butt and make sure I line every game out to make sure I don't do it again, because we have them all there. That's a lot. How many teams did you count?
I think it was 56 total is how many games we had.
56. That's
it's
a lot.
a very large amount.
And then we send it to all our groups, so I think they'll appreciate
Can
that.
get Adam
Yeah, for
Sheehan
sure.
back on the 4 deep scoreboard on Friday.
Yeah.
Like he, going to Adria's
With
and,
his bling.
Yeah, after the EV game's
Oh,
over, and then
Joe never
just
met
looking
him.
all the results.
Joe never met
Joe, you need to meet Adam Sheehan.
Yeah,
the
no,
guy
I
is a
haven't met
legend.
him yet.
Yes.
Adam's funny. You know, we could get Lucy in the studio right now. We have another mic. Is she?
She's out there.
She's out there looking for houses. Is that what she's doing?
I don't know.
'Cause we have another mic. All we need is another chair. So we'll focus this mostly on the second hour.
Sure.
Because we'll have me, you, and Joe will stay.
Sure.
We'll get a chair. Let's get her in here. I'm gonna bring in my old.
she's
I'm
bringing
gonna
in a chair.
bring in my old intern from back in the Taunton era. You just gotta shut the door because it is echoing. I just wanted to make sure the video looked great, the audio looked great. I thought you were a little low, but I could cheat and look at the camera and see what was on, what was off. You just gotta play it off to everybody's voice. But see, good. Now I feel better.
Hello.
Do you want to switch chairs?
No, I'm good.
I get you beat by 6 inches, you know, from the
I
torso
know
up.
you do.
Just saying.
Well, welcome back, Don.
Thanks. Thank you.
Had a great experience down there?
I had a great experience. I actually did a good job. I only got booed every other call.
Oh, booed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Must have been those
Tell
makeup
us a
calls.
little bit
Yeah,
about
well,
that.
All right, so
How was the whole experience? Now, this was Cal Ripken,
Cal Ripken, yep. So it's a 10-year-old
10-year-old.
and 12-year-old.
World Series.
World Series. So they fly you down, and they just basically a volunteer. They give you a stipend, but it's like maybe $300. So they put you up in the PGA Resort Hotel, which is beautiful.
I
Oh,
can
wow.
imagine. Palm Gardens.
And then
huh?
you go down to their baseball complex. So they have 8 fields back-to-back with 60-foot diamonds, and they're all turf. It's beautiful.
Wow.
And the city takes care of it. So after one game gets done, they get out there, brand new white bases, no yellow, brown bases. I'm watching how the guys grooming the field. So what they do is a small infield, they do like circles and stuff to make it, because you can't, when you look at it, when the guy gets done, you can't tell where he started from, because they do such a great job, you know. So you get down there, and I'm just saying to myself, so where am I going to change into the lobster room? Are they going to put me somewhere else where I'm going to sweat? So they put us out in the where they play soccer, with a soccer concession. You had more than enough room. So we had 6 guys, 2 guys, and the umpiring chief was from South Chicago in the Illinois area.
Okay.
So one guy was from Virginia, then there was me, and then there were 2 local guys that were told the tournament started at 3 o'clock. And I knew from going to Phoenix City 2 years ago that they're going to play all day. The kids that play baseball, so you're going to start at 8 a.m., You start at 10
Go
a.m.
all the way.
So I did my first game, got my jitters out, and I kept on saying, "Oh, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Did I take the bat out of the kid's hand? Did I do this? Did I do that? Did I hustle? Was I loud? Did I move?" Because you feel privileged going down there. Because all those,
Right.
you know,
So
all
you're
those
always
guys.
second guessing yourself.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking to myself,
And you
well,
want to do a good job. Yeah. I get
you
it.
do, because you know you get handpicked nationally to go down there, and you don't want to make a jerk of yourself, so you try not to. So we get suited up. I do my first game. I actually did the first week. So pool play. So they had A, B, C divisions, you know, in pools. There was 6 teams in each pool from all around the country, and I did a triple the first game, and then I did a double, and then one of the local guys from Florida, he ended up bailing out because of the heat.
Wow.
So I kept
was
on
that hot?
Oh yeah, I enjoy picking on him too.
You're from Massachusetts. You can handle it.
Right. So this is the good. This I can't make this up. So the third day, I get a call, and the local rep from Raynham, Mike Janicki, who we had on the radio, he was part of the task force down
New
there.
Boston Post has interviewed him before.
Oh, they have.
Yeah, remember you set me up with him?
That's right. Good point. So he calls down. He talks to the umpire. He talks to my boss, and he says, and I just got done my game. So I was like real cool for about an hour because the air conditioned. So I'm like, oh, I'll take my clothes off, see what I gotta do, see what I can do to get cool, you know, because it was hot, like 90-degree humidity.
Wow.
So they said, we need another guy to come down and do the game. One of the main guys, it was a 12U game. We needed someone. So I'm like, all right, I'll go. My boss looks at me and said, do you want to go down there? I said, I ain't here to buy cheeseburgers all day. I must do something. So I throw my gear on. You know, you bring extra clothes, all that other stuff. So I go down there, and the guy I was working with was from North Carolina. Tall guy, about 6'3". His name was Gary. So what you do is it's just like the pros. You have a little book, and you have the lineup card, and you match what the scorekeeper's doing. They give you you get plethora of World Series balls you can use. So so they're waiting for me to come down. I get golf carted down there. I get on the field. And the guy has a little folder with all the lineups in from both teams. It was Hawaii and the North Southeast champion, someone from Kentucky. So he goes to give it to me, and he says, I can't make this up. He says to me, "Oh, you know how ball and how." Now he's been out there for like 5 innings, right? And the guy went down from Maine, and I said, "What?" I'm like, so I look around. I'm like, someone's gonna laugh at me. I said, this must be a joke. And I'm looking up at the guy. I got the baseball right, you know, hot right here. And I'm like, do you need a water? You know, I don't know what to say to the guy. So then, first play, there's a guy in second. Kid from the Southwestern gets himself caught in a rundown. So now there's an obstruction going from second to third. He sticks out his hand, and as I'm running up third base, he was the only runner on, so I can help him on covering third. While he was like between short and second, and he's on the outside grass because it's a small diamond. That's where you set up, you know. So he goes out, and as he's throwing his hand out, his left hand, not his right hand, to say that was an obstruction. The fielder hit the runner going from second to third, but you still have to let the play finish because the ball could get thrown away. And he could end up on second, or he could end up on third, or get tagged out. So as he throws his hand out, from my momentum as I'm running up the third base line, to say, I think he just punched that kid in the face, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's what it looked like. But he didn't. The kid was just stopping. It was just a side view. So then I call obstruction because I just get there, and I see the kid getting interfered by I think it was the catcher at that time who came up in the rundown, going from short to second. It went on for like 6 throws, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then he tags him out. Then they finally tagged the kid up. We go time. We put him on third. And I said, Gary, what did you see? You went from second. Right?
No hand signals?
Well, he had the hand signal, you know, showing the obstructed, but I was just running up.
Oh.
And I, you know, it was hot. So now I'm like, oh, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's hot, not him. Right? But I'm like, I don't understand this. I've been inside for about an hour and a half. My game got done. So anyway, the game goes on, and I have to explain to the Hawaii coach why the obstruction happened from second to third. He said, no, he's going back to second, right? I said, no, sir. I said, he's going from second to third. Yeah, but you put up your arm. I said, Coach, I just confirmed with the base umpire that the runner was obstructed going from second to third. That's why he put out his hand. I almost said, that's why he almost punched him in the face, because that's what I thought I saw. So they put the guy back, and then the game gets done, and that game got done. But overall, it was a great experience.
Yeah?
It was fun. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a feeling the New Jersey team was going to win it because they were the most solid team in the whole tournament. I was trying to call I was telling some of the guys I was going to try to call the New Jersey coach. You know how we got little Morrissey, the young kid up there?
Yep.
I was trying to get the championship team the manager on the phone, but he said to me, I talked to the president who ran the league, and I was telling the guys before we got in there, he said, I don't have his number, but I have his wife's number. And I'm like, I don't need to know that. I'm like, I just want to, try to get the manager on maybe some of the kids and do another phone interview with the World Series champions. But it was good. The trophy they got, Cal Ripken, I gave him a beautiful trophy.
Nice.
And everyone gets a medal. And the good thing about Cal Ripken is every time they start a tournament, everyone has to read the pledge.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then then after the game, everyone gets an MVP pin, and same thing in the World Series. So the way it works is once you get out of pool play, you go in the World Series tournament. So the two best teams in the pool go in the World Series bracket, and the rest go into an Ironman. And you can still win a championship, like, in-house tournament type deal. So it was fun. I'm hoping they ask me to go back again.
Wow.
Oh,
And
that
so
was
how did you
awesome.
get, like, nationally picked?
Janicki picks you. He picks everyone out. He goes up and down the state and picks everybody in the
Oh,
East
no
Coast.
kidding. Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
What an honor.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
very.
I saw you post the little plaque that you got there.
Oh, yeah, the
Very
badge.
nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Very, very nice.
And then the guy, my roommate, was from Virginia. They said he was from Taunton, too. 'Cause
Really?
it did.
Wow.
It said Allen, I forget his
world.
last. They misprinted his badge.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he told his UIC, his umpire in chief back in Virginia, yeah, I think I relocated to Taunton, Mass. I said, I guess you did for the World Series. I said, you could start trouble and I'll go back to Massachusetts. I'll never know you're from Virginia.
Do you guys pretend that you knew each other, like longtime friends or anything like that?
Well,
to
it
the
was
other
easy.
people?
It was easy to do. We met with the crew. With
Yeah.
the it was easy to do. They were all easygoing guys, good
Sure.
guys, And nobody wanted to make a mistake. Of course, I know I made a couple mistakes, but all I could think of was I don't want to take the bat out of the kid's hand. I don't want to cause a problem. You know what I mean? I just want the game to
That's what the makeup calls are for.
Yeah, like the makeup calls. If I had a chance to think of makeup calls, they wouldn't ask me to do the World Series. I would have got kicked out back in districts, back in the state. Well, this guy's just making up stuff as he goes.
Well, I'll
Flipping
tell
a
you,
coin.
it was very, very exciting to have Tommy Morrissey
Oh, yeah, good kid.
call in, and his dad, and the amount of support, and his all-star manager. I
Yeah.
mean, man, like I said, I was telling the team, I was blown away. This
Yeah.
kid is only 10 years old, and he's gotten more accolades and awards and appearances with celebrities and
Oh, yeah.
amazing with
Yeah.
a disability.
Yeah.
How do you do that? I mean,
I don't know. It took me a while. So
I was amazed.
every time I got a chance to have a cool breeze, like you'd switch from to calling balls and strikes to going bases, it just hit me that this kid's playing with one hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, wow. I said, and then when he told me about him when I talked to the father after they won to get themselves in the World Series bracket, he said, yeah, he was on Ellen, he was on this.
Yep.
I was like,
Oh yeah, I remember
Yep.
watching that episode.
yeah, I sent you guys a link that they
Oh,
sent
yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I was saying to myself, "There's no way this kid was on Ellen. There was no kid." And then they showed him. I didn't know. I thought the guy was just joshing me. And
it was mind blowing.
it was.
Yeah.
What a cute kid. And I guess something like that. I heard a little bit of it when I was calling. When I called him with some of the results. And of course, we want to congratulate New Jersey for winning the
Yeah, of
10-year-old
course,
World
of
Series.
course, yeah.
Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They beat Virginia. And I think it was 8-2. What a bad reporter I am, huh? I'm just guessing at the score. But I could find it.
Should we take our next break?
Absolutely. Go into it.
Yeah, so you're listening to WARA 1320 AM 40 Sports Talk. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station. 1320 AM WARA and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. I'm Dominic Damiano, joined by the crew, Luz Cabral, Justin Ferrara, of course, a.k.a. KC, and from the New Boston Post, the man, the legend, who's almost awake, Tom Joyce.
I am awake. And,
All right, I'm just checking. I was just checking.
It is
Wanna,
afternoon, yes.
Check out New Boston Post, newbostonpost.com, $2 2 months.
Oh, here we go.
$40 for the year.
That's gonna, wait till the radio station sends you the personal invoice for privately advertising.
Can we all picture that?
Oh, trust me, it's being heard of. Trust me, they're backing it all down.
Well, welcome.
I appreciate it.
So the second hour we'll do an extra 4 Deep Sports Talk. We'll touch up on all those games coming up, touch on that. But that's for the second hour. On September 4th, we are going to be over at Ritter's Country Club. Myself, Luz Cabral, Joe, you can make it, right? That's Saturday. We'll be there that Saturday, so we'll probably have to do a tape show because we'll be there and taping that for the Boston Athletic Academy, helping that out. And I'm just, for whatever reason, I get this schedule on my brain. I'm thinking of all these other shows we could have on. Kelly Dugan from the PTU Clinic, she wants us to come down and do a Friday Facebook show, go down there and talk, and I guess she has these young kids that they just want to go at it and talk about physical therapy, which is really cool. We've had her on twice, right? Twice, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And then she brought her buddy in, actually 3 times, because she brought her buddy in from, I want to say Newton North, one of her
yeah,
I forget the guys. Isn't that terrible?
That's okay. It was a
Yeah, it
while
was
ago.
one of her coworkers, right?
Yeah,
it was a while ago.
Not what do they call it when you're in the medical field when you're not really a coworker, but you're colleague. I know it was a C word. I just Brockton Public Schools. Your mind is in the gutter, Joyce. Your mind is. This is a kid's show. Your mind is totally in the gutter.
I think he woke up.
I think he did wake up when I said that. Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember that show. That was a while ago.
So that's been 3, right?
Yep.
And then we actually did a live show, right? When we had Alex
was I
here.
here for that one?
Justin, did you go down there and do that show with us?
I don't think I did.
The one at physical therapy.
Yeah, you were there, right,
Yeah,
Catherine?
I was.
Yeah, you were there. And we had the girl from Taunton Eye, who was doing volunteer work for a resume. And then we had, the new wrestling guru, TJ Halpin.
That's right.
He was an intern here from BCU. I'm going to throw that phone right out of your hands if you don't. And now he's like big into wrestling. He's promoting wrestling. So he's trying to make his mark in that.
Right. He's trying to be a ring man.
He's trying to be a ring man. So he's always on that. So.
You say you went to Boston College? Or where did you say you went to? BCU?
I went to BC. I'm sorry, BCU.
Oh, BCU.
Correct.
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
BCU?
Nice.
We've had other interns from Quinnipiac.
Yep.
Brittany Mahan works for Nessa now, right?
Yep.
And who was some of the other guys? We had some guys that made up pretty good. I don't know what happened to. I don't know what happened to Andrew. He went to Quinnipiac, right?
Yep.
He was like he
Someone went
had
out to
Joe's demeanor.
Springfield
Well,
also.
school, huh?
Someone went out to Springfield also.
Oh, what about the kid from Lakeville?
I think that's the one that went out to Springfield.
Right. He was
Craig?
working. Craig, yeah, he went out there. So
Yeah.
they got good training. They had fun, and this kid ain't
Yeah,
gonna be with us
great
longer anyway.
experience.
If we get him for the summer, we'll be lucky.
What?
Oh yeah,
What?
all the big stations will be calling. him. You'll see. Once he has that UCLA, that USC degree, for what he's gonna say? 4 deep what? Maybe we get him to make a cameo if we buy him a cheeseburger or something.
There you go.
We'll make it
It's all about food.
all about food. I haven't. Has Nate called in yet? Has Nate checked in on your phone yet? Nate Rollins. That's a negative.
I mean, thankfully, no.
Thankfully. But how we're doing good. I kind of slowed down the hours opening my mouth, didn't I?
Yeah.
No,
No,
we're
but
doing
that's
great.
okay. We're doing
No,
great.
you're good, Dom.
We didn't get a chance to cover any of the live youth baseball programs, which I was hoping to do, but that fell through. So next year, hopefully, we can do that. That would be fun to go back to promote the kids. Not really all stars, but they're on that team.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It'd be great to get him in studio too.
Yeah.
And plus, we have to be careful about
The COVID.
the COVID thing.
And
Yeah,
that's gonna. I get a feeling that's gonna slow down the fall sports near the end.
I do too. With all the mask mandates going
Yep.
on right now, and yeah,
I know,
yeah,
right?
got to be careful.
Yeah,
But we also have a hurricane coming tomorrow, so
Yeah, I know. I gotta update my. I gotta
that's
update my flood
slowly
insurance.
turning upside down, in my opinion.
really.
Yes, yep.
What's that?
The mask mandate and stuff, and COVID. I won't go into details though.
All right. Well, in Florida, every worker, restaurant, store, everyone had a mask on.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Florida? Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I would have
I'd
thought the
expect
opposite.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah, that's- I thought-
I
I
would have
was
thought
the
they would not
opposite.
be allowed to wear a mask.
No, all the workers had masks on, and except you know what I mean. I was saying to myself, how do I know this guy from Virginia, with my roommate, is he said he was vaccinated, so he got a test right back. I got my test on the next day, that Tuesday, and mine came back negative. His came back negative. Then I saw my buddy Gene McLaughlin. He lives in Orlando by the Lauderdale by the sea, and it's just a party town out there. They don't care about wearing no masks. And he was negative, and he comes up a lot, drives up and flies up. So I was really worried. Like, I already had it once. I don't really want to get this again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I kept on thinking back in my mind, well, I can still breathe. I don't have a temperature.
That's a
Well,
good
Dom, you're
thing.
vaccinated and you have antibodies. So
That's
you're
right.
probably the most well prepared out of
I'm almost like
anyone.
a superhero.
Exactly.
An overweight, short superhero.
Like Peter Griffin.
Like Peter Griffin. Yeah. I'm better than Peter Griffin. I'm reality, pal.
But you know our friend Manny makes that comparison.
Oh yeah, Manny.com. He's just a jealous Mexican bartender. That's all.
Former bartender.
Former bartender. Yeah, he's no longer there.
Oh, come
Nope,
on.
nope. Had differences with the manager, and he's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yep,
But
yep.
we're still having a golf tournament.
We're
there,
still having a golf
and
tournament.
He's still a part of it.
Correct. So they're going to
Okay,
set
well,
us
that's
up.
good.
Yeah. So, yeah. True. So they're going to set it up over at where they do the weddings and stuff. I'm like, all I need is a power outlet. I got my crew.
The same place we were at
Yeah, but not at that restaurant. At
next door.
The golf course.
At the golf
Oh,
course. There's another
okay.
setting.
They
Okay.
have
Everything
like
is set
canopies
up.
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah?
set up. They do outdoor weddings and
nice.
stuff. Oh yeah.
All right.
No,
so we're going
Lucky's
to be
got
over
it down.
there this time?
Yep. Absolutely. Hopefully it won't
We're
downpour.
going to get a cart and roll
Oh yeah.
around.
You
like
driving
we
this time?
Yeah, I'll drive.
All
Be
right.
great to have Joe on there.
Joe can sit in the back
Yeah.
and hold on for his life.
Yeah, yeah. Go out
That's
and
true.
interview
Yeah, there you go.
everybody on the holes. That's what we did
You know
last
what-
time.
you know-
It was fun.
Yeah, and we had people not wearing masks and wearing masks. So we were like, Lucy and I were like, so should we edit the guys that are not wearing masks? Or should
Right.
we, you know what I mean? And there was this one guy, he was the manager of the Boston Blue Sox. And Manny plays from just like a glorified pickup
Blue
semi.
Sox.
The Blue Sox.
Blue
They're,
Sox,
where were they at?
yeah.
North Shore or something,
Something
like
like that.
Lexington.
that? Lexington, yeah, North
Okay.
Shore. Good memory, old man. So I guess he was, oh, we got guys who do our games. Never called us. Never called us.
Nope.
Nope. And he was one of the guys who didn't have a mask on.
Sure.
And then the guys that we still have the same foursome going to represent us, and my
Okay.
buddy Tim and his four guys
yeah.
are going to do that. They're
Yeah.
going to represent 4 Deep Sports. They're all
Yeah, they're a
semi-pro.
fun group.
They end up winning it last year. So
Fun group.
yeah, so they're going to
You're gonna wear the shirts and
they're going to
all?
wear the shirts, represent.
Excellent.
So maybe we can get them on. But I remember they didn't have masks on either.
Right.
So then maybe we were doing B-roll, so Manny was picking on me, and I kept on thinking it was live.
Yes.
So he kept on saying, "Look at you! You got a dirty mask on." Look at you." So, but now that my mindset is I'm going to get him back.
Good.
Yeah, I'm getting him back big time.
Get Jose in on it.
Huh?
Get Jose in
Go,
on it.
Jose's a lot of fun
Jose,
too.
yeah.
Both of them when they're both
runs
together.
they
Oh,
grew up
crazy.
together. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. He runs the association
Yep.
really.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that'll be
No,
fun.
it is a lot of fun, Joe. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Totally
yeah.
enjoy it.
Jose is the brains and the good looks behind it.
yeah. You know who's going to be there? The ex-Boston Red Sox guy is supposed to be there too.
Which one?
Oh, the guy who played right field in the 07 season. Oh, it was 07, 04.
Are you talking Trot Nixon or
No, he
JD
played
Drew?
for Philadelphia. He played for the Phillies.
Interesting.
Oh my God, I can't think of his name.
Right field?
No, he actually has an AAU program, baseball program in New Hampshire now.
JD
Are you
Drew?
talking Orlando Cabrera?
Might be Cabrera.
He
Yeah.
was he was a shortstop, but Manny seems to have had some sort of connection with him.
Yeah, it
'Cause
might
they
be
do,
Cabrera.
It might be him.
like Red Sox alumni events together.
Yep.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's coming down to do
Sure.
his. I think it's Cabrera.
Yes.
I'm thinking this. I
And
know.
then maybe Ryan O'Rourke is his teammate on the Lexington Blue Sox, the guy from Worcester who played for the
From Minnesota.
pitched for the
He was there.
yeah.
Twins and
yeah.
the Mets was there last year.
Yeah. He was. He didn't
Maybe.
get on though. I don't think we got him on the.
No, no.
He kind of gun shied out.
Yeah, I don't think we even. I wouldn't be able to recognize him.
No, me neither. I wouldn't. I would like I tell my kids. I said if one of your rep friends ran into my car and they said, "Hey, I'm Joe Schmuckatelli," I'm like, I don't care, Joe. License and registration. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that event was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Really is, and it's a great cause, and you know.
And then Manny took his mask off. I was getting the video. I'm like, oh, I can't use
Yeah.
this either. He was trying to thank everybody for
Right,
being there.
right.
Remember?
Mhm.
And he had his head back. With yo, I want to thank everybody for coming out. And then he yelled at his mother. Remember that? He yelled at his mother. Oh yeah, his mother was just sitting there. Ma, be quiet. I'm trying to speak. I'm like, I'd put his dumb button. I won't say to swear. I'd put him in timeout. What a punk.
Would you get a spanking too?
He shoulda. He should
Yeah.
tell his mother.
No, I
I
don't.
wouldn't
I don't.
talk to my mom like that
Yeah, I
in the
wouldn't.
public, in the clubhouse, in a
Wouldn't want to
packed.
use the
Do
word
we get
spank.
one more
Yeah.
break?
Yeah, we got one more
All
break.
right, let's go throw that in. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so you can call in at 508-222-1320 on WARA. We will be right back.
Oh yeah, I think I pulled a muscle. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA. Like Catherine said, you can call in 508-222-1320, Freeform Saturday. It's fun to be back as we relive a little bit of the World Series I had a chance to be part of, and things going on, events we have coming on in the next couple of weeks. And we actually got off, we're talking about one of the holes, and we shouldn't mention, we don't advertise for free, but the girls are very pretty. I'll just say that, and they were doing a good job. And
I disavowed this in the past, and I have to disavow it once again.
Oh my God! What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna disavow? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Boy.
And then our golf cart got hit, as we talked back about that last fundraiser we did with them. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
I can tell you had a tough day. Are you all right?
Yeah, I had to be at work at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow. I do that too. I hear you. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Do you do it every day?
No, not every day.
Oh, okay.
Especially like 5 days in a row. That's exhausting.
Oh yeah. I feel your pain there. I definitely feel your pain. So what else? So we have the girls basketball coach from Bishop Fan, right? We
Yeah.
got that one.
We have Amy Dolores coming on next
Amy.
week.
Next week, it's definitely.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice, good.
That's awesome.
If she
we
wants
love
to-
guests in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she wants to bring some of the captains in, that would be cool.
Absolutely.
No,
too.
exactly. I'm gonna send her an email saying she can bring her if she wants, basically.
Yeah.
From the team.
And then we're trying
Yeah.
to finalize and give kudos to the new varsity girls volleyball coach.
Yeah, Heidi Brewski, we're trying to get her in
Yep,
right now.
trying to get her in, and then we talked. Then there's a bunch of coaches changes. I just realized that. So we talked to Joe. We had Ron St. George. He's over in Middleborough now, being the assistant coach. His replacement is Vaughn Chase, who was over at Tri-County Regional. His replacement is Eric Davis, who was an out-of-state coach, football coach, who's now at Tri-County. So those, and then we already did Zach Botello from Whitman
Yeah,
Hanson.
he was great. What a
was a-
great interview
he
that
was a really good interview.
Man.
And then
Nice person. I think I made like 30 Facebook friends
And
off of my post
Wow.
there. I'm like, who's
And-
this guy?
and then Lou Pacheco, the new Bridgewater Random coach, we haven't have him in.
Is he related to Mark Pacheco?
I don't know. That's a great question. They don't. They both got black hair. It's a Portuguese name. Must be a little bit. It must.
Well,
be
when we bring in these coaches, we got to get them to bring in the kids.
yeah, absolutely.
too,
like we
you
used to
know?
do. I think that's a
yeah.
great idea.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
definitely.
So we got to work on. We got to try to work on that before we get shut down. Everything becomes a rerun for the next 3 months.
Right.
You know,
boy.
Right.
Right.
Oh man.
Then
It'd be pretty crazy.
It is going to be pretty crazy. We'll see what happens.
And
I mean,
before the actual season starts,
Yep. What was saying? The 10th, right? The football season starts the 10th.
Yep.
For football.
Yep. So we already got next week.
Yep. So next week we're good, thanks to Joe. We
And
got
so
that
we're into
going.
September already.
Into September.
Imagine that. Oh,
Well, September
yeah,
10th.
it's
So
crazy.
September 4th has to be a tape show,
Okay.
right? Can you guys go down to? Can you guys make it down to? Make it down
the
there.
country club
the
there?
country club on the 4th.
Ritters?
Ritter's Country Club?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in East Bridgewater.
I actually don't know.
You gotta ask. Mom, if you're listening, pretty please with sugar on top. and Joe will have his chores done.
Really is a lot of fun. Really is.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of celebrities.
Man, a lot of celebrities.
The mayor of Boston was supposed to be there. He didn't make it a couple years ago. It's a good time.
I don't think Kim Janey will be there this year.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think they know each other.
Well, you never know. You never know. We'll see what happens, but that'd be fun. Yeah, so if you want to call in, 508-222-1320. How we doing for your time?
12:57.
12:57. All right. Well,
Couple
that
minutes.
flew by.
We
that
have
totally
anything else?
flew
It
by.
always does. It always does.
We got to go into a 2-hour show like David Kane. It's gonna be tough. We have to. Jim Jones keeps on asking us.
Going to a 2-hour show.
Yeah, he does. He does say, "Hey, go." He's like, "Well, if you want, the spot's open." And before we used to have a DJ lady who did her show for like 6
I
months.
remember that. Yep.
Yep.
Is her name Adam Sheehan?
No, Look, nothing like Adam Sheehan. Love nothing like Adam Sheehan. Couldn't pass for a cousin or a relative. I'm just saying. But yeah. So we got a lot of things. We got some things going on.
Definitely.
Oh, then you get the new hockey coach over in Rockland went to Duxbury, right? The Rockland coach went to Duxbury. You have a new volleyball coach at Mashpee. No, soccer coach, right? Soccer coach over at Mashpee that we posted. So there's a lot of, we can give all these guys a bunch of accolades. They can bring in some of their seniors.
New
And
football coach at Seekonk, Adam Sheehan.
That's
let us
right,
know
Adam
about
Sheehan,
Vernon
yep.
Crawford, who played in the NFL, no longer the head coach.
Yep. So we can get ready to get that Seekonk coach in, and that'd be pretty cool. All right, so in the second hour, as we step away, and I'll just sign off. You can just play music, right?
Yeah.
All right. No, you can play the music right off the board
Yeah.
because the songs are playing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what we'll do is we're gonna step away, finish this hour. In the second hour, Tom Joyce from the New Boston Post, he'll be around. I'm gonna tie Joe DeVerns to his seat so he isn't going nowhere. The other guys have to go do stuff. They have to do responsible stuff as we stay goofballs on the air. So for Luce Cabral, the sports master, Justin Ferreira, Joe DeVerns, Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC. I almost bit my tongue. Tom Joyce, I'm Dominic Damiano. We will catch you next time, and we'll catch you in about 3 minutes. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.